Henry.
I'll make a note of that. And I need to know what...
Warhammer and shield.
Good. Good luck to you. Meeting face to face in this round will be Alder Fryer, a man-at-arms from Sir Divish of Townboat's garrison, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Curse it! Oh dear, did that hurt? Hey! Yeah! Go ahead, Johnny.
And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Are you gonna cry Way off!
skills in this round and emerge victorious, he shall proceed to the next round of the Ratai Torne. Meeting face to face in this round will be Olbram, known as Sparrowhawk, archery master of Kalin. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Saradze Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. Fuck!
it.
Change weapons for the second bout. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Fuck it! Take that! What's the matter? Lost your balls? Shit!
Declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. Entering the arena now will be the victor of many previous tourneys and a combatant today too, Peter, called Black Peter. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzik Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combat combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Cunt! Give up?
and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kovila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
On a hell of a show, Henry. Here's your hard-earned reward.
Thank you, Sir Hanush.
Good luck to you.
God save you. I'll be with you.
you're the Scarlets. For the Advent Fair. Brother, are you here? There's nothing outside. He took the snare.
God be with you.
What's happened here?
Things are bad. Very bad. First we get attacked by them brigands, barely come out of that alive. And now, the plague.
Plague, you say?
Indeed so. Something's up with the village. Even the livestock are dying. It's a gruesome sight.
I heard the bandits didn't get very far here, though.
Luckily, young Straw saw them still over by the cross and woke the whole village. We even captured one. He's tied up now at Melikar's place. But then, the disease came.
Who attacked you?
I don't know. Some bandits. Ever since Scarlets was raised, they've been marauding the whole province.
Did you put up a fight?
We most certainly did. Once Melikar heard young Straw shouting to the hills, he handed everyone a pitchfork or a flail, and we ambushed the bastards.
Good on you. How did it turn out?
We gave them what for until they turned tail and ran. But they cut up young Straw, something awful. He didn't live to see morning.
Who are Melikar and Straw?
That's right, you're not from around here, are you? Melikar's the one looking after things round here now. Before that, it was down to Smill from the Neuhoff stud. But they killed him that time they raided the place. Or was, I should say. The bandits saw to that.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road...
Where will I find Melikar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road...
Tell me more about this plague. It sounds terrible.
Worse than you can imagine. The whole stud, livestock, sheep, chickens, all dead or dying. No doubt the people will be next. Melikar's old woman's taken to her bed, and it doesn't look good.
I'm sorry to hear it. I'm looking for Matthias. He works as a stable hand at the stud farm.
Matthias. The brigands got him, poor lad. He's lying wounded at the stud.
Thanks. That'll be all for now. I need to talk to that captive.
Sorry, no one's allowed inside. Melikar's orders.
But I'm Sir Radzig Cobbler's envoy, and I urgently need to question the captive.
I don't care. If you want to talk to the captive, you have to get permission from Melikar. Good luck to you.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate. You're here as his envoy?
He took me into his garrison.
Hal, the blacksmith's boy, in the service of his lordship. Who'd have ever thought it? My luck hasn't been so good.
You survived. That's something to thank God for.
True enough. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First the horses got sick, then other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Oh, damn! Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness.
But you've been hurt?
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one of the raiders was taken captive. I'd like to question him.
Aye, old Melachar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the barn. But be careful.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melachar still hasn't decided what to do with him.
I understand old Straw wants revenge, but first I have to question that bandit. What happens after is no skin off my nose.
Good luck, then.
Can you describe the raiders?
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see them.
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we hit them in the woods, they didn't look so brave.
Can you... I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained villagers manage to hold off armed bandits?
One of the village lads caught sight of them coming through the woods and told Melachar, who roused the whole village, and everyone grabbed what they could. Pitchforks, axes, flails, and we went out to face them.
What? You mounted an assault against them?
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those whoresons expected. A few of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torch it. But even the women here were armed with what they could find, and they took the bastards by surprise.
About this sickness. When did this plague start?
The day after the raid. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick.
What are the signs that someone's getting sick?
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes. Some are throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other end.
Has anyone died from it?
Aye, old Vurba. Either way, the animals are dropping like flies, and people will end up the same for sure.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. What with my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much. But I know Melachar and Straw have sick ones at home.
Can I ask you a bit about Merhoyed?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Can you tell me something about Old Straw?
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come, and a hothead. He's been out of his mind since his boy died.
That's normal to grieve, though.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care of her.
Where can I find this straw?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Straw lives in the right-hand one.
What's Melikar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melikar.
Thank God you had someone here who could take the reins.
Aye.
Where does Melikar live?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Melikar lives in the left-hand one.
Sweet Mary. No. My God. No. Let me sleep.
You Melikar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Sir Radzig won't help us with that, any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
No one could have known what would happen.
If Sir Radzig hadn't pissed off into the woods and stayed in the camp, they would never have dared attack us.
If Sir Radzig hadn't gone into the woods, he'd have left so many to attack here that you'd never have fought them off.
Makes no odds now. We've a different problem to deal with.
If there's anything I can do, just tell me.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanka, I think her name is. She might know someone to turn to, if she's actually there.
It might have crossed your mind to send someone there sooner.
People are barely venturing outside their own homes, they're so scared. And word has got around that the plague is raging here. If someone met us wandering about, well, I'd fear the worst. And besides, you're the envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla himself. Your word will carry more weight in the monastery than some lowly peasants.
I'm not going to run errands for you. I'll speak with the captive and that's that.
You call yourself a Christian. I hope you burn in the pits of hell, you mangy cur. We're dying here, and the gentry don't give a fuck. If you think you'll get to talk with that prisoner, you're living in cloud cuckoo land. I wouldn't let you see him even if you set the barn on fire. Take care now.
Hey, that's
You there, stop! Surrender! You've committed a crime, and I'm arresting you.
Are you...
Got you at last!
What?
Don't play games with me. I know full well about the assault. This definitely...
Enough. What?
Aye, right.
All right.
All right. And hand me over the...
Tell what? I was. I. Can you? You. I know. What? I was. I. Tell what? What? Can I? Can you? Thank. What the? Thank. Where?
When
Can you?
Stand it anymore.
you Melikar?
Aye, that's... And why? If she's...
Very well. I'll go to the monastery. It's probably our best hope.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us...
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see for yourself?
Very well. I'll make the rounds.
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses. But don't stay too long in those homes.
That I can promise you.
Take care now. Suffering.
It looks like he's caught that sickness. What am I going to do? If he dies, I'll be right back where I started.
Mama.
Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive. Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive. Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive.
You! Stop right where you are! Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law-breaking. Bring it on. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Greetings, Henry. I hear you on the rat-eye tourney. Well done, lad.
May I be of service, my lord?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Fafar has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer? Is it about Scalets?
In a manner of speaking. Master Fafar has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Scalets mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Fafar. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He ought to be somewhere at Perkstein unless he's gone off to deal with some problem or other. Look around. You're bound to run into him.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal. Farewell.
Greetings.
I've returned from Merhoyet, sir.
How does it look there?
Half the village was struck down by the sickness. I don't know what to do about it except pray.
That's terrible news, Hal. I wish there was something we could do to help them. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
No, but even dead he was of some use. It seems that bandit was a messenger. He was carrying a letter.
That's interesting. And what's in the letter?
Take a look for yourself, sir.
The names of the sender and recipient aren't written there, just the initials S and T. Seems to have some quarrel between them. This S person is threatening to finish with counterfeiting. Apparently, there's some German knight on the trail of the merchant Menhart. At the time the letter was written, the knight was in the tavern in Sasau asking about him.
That sounds like a promising lead.
You go to Sasau and find out what you can about this foreign knight. If he really is following Menhart, then he must know more than we do.
Very well, sir.
Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. May the Lord watch over you.
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robard, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir.
What is it?
Sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again, and we must stand our ground and face them. So, I go to Sasau and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Good luck, son.
Catch him! Stop him, someone!
Ah!
Had enough?
Please, leave me be. And what are you gonna do about it? That bloated belly surely stole that ring anyway.
No excuses. Hand it over.
Here.
You got the thrashing you deserved. I hope you've learned your lesson.
I'll amend my life. From the very foundations, believe me.
You really let him go? Just like that? And did you get the loot back?
I did. I have it here.
Thank you. That thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch person.
Thanks.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Welcome, Henry.
God be with you.
I've heard there's a
That Deutscher, he's gone. But he said he'd be back.
Did he give his name?
No, frankly, he wasn't the type you want to ask twice.
Why's that?
There are guests I like, and then there's those that keep me awake at night. This night is a good payer, but he spends the whole day tweaking his whiskers and sizing everyone up for a fight. I don't have bloodshed in my establishment.
Did you see his crest?
That's just it. He arrived with a white shield, nothing on it, and the Wagners tell me that's how knights ride when they want to stay incognito.
That is very odd. And do you know where he went?
Yes, he asked me the way. Or demanded, more like. Bastard scared me so much I almost forgot to ask him to pay.
But you remembered in the end, eh?
Well, business is business.
And where was it he wanted to go?
Well, he asked me about crossroads in the woods north of Rovna. I got the impression he was looking for someone. I know the roads that way, so I advised him to try looking at the charcoal burners junction.
I see. Thank you. So just what was he doing here?
He spent most of the day sitting, drinking, and gaping at the other patrons. Now and again someone came up to him and they talked a while.
Did you know any of those people?
No, nobody familiar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. May I ask why you're looking for him?
I have some unfinished business with him.
Ah, it's just that the gentleman looked quite formidable and quite questionable. I'd hate to think I'd sold him out.
I wouldn't fret about that.
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Well, it depends what you're willing to do. You're from Skalitz, ain't you? You must know Fritz and Matthew. Them fellows need to learn some manners. They've been making mischief, and folk are getting fed up with them. And that's not all. Of course, it's your own Skalitz folk need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times, and she's working her fingers to the bone, taking care of the injured ones there. I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who would lighten her load. And there's another thing. There was one troublemaker around here not long ago, but we dealt with him. The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast you couldn't see his heels for dust. That's all I can think of.
Are there any problems around?
Nothing I've heard about. May the Lord watch over you.
I'll be back in 2 shakes. As you wish.
Yeah. Yeah. Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Not right now. Matthias sent me.
Matthias? My god, did something happen?
I don't know if you've heard about it, but Merhoyed was attacked.
Oh god. How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad.
I need to see him.
Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. If there's any hope, this is the place to find it. You need Brother Nicodemus, the monastery physician. He may know how to deal with it.
Very well, I'll try to find him.
Come back when you know more.
Thank you, Johanka.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost...
Isn't that...
What do you say to this?
That's not enough. Agreed. Now listen up. May the Lord...
I can't stay here.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right.
Are we agreed?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal. All right, so...
I just won't get any sleep.
I can't stay here.
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
What will happen to my family?
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
How long have...
Since...
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Your Hanker said that you might be able to advise.
A disease, you say? How intriguing.
Intriguing? It's terrifying.
Quiet.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound uncaring.
All right. The important thing is whether you can help us.
I can't say at this point. I need to find out a little more. Tell me, has the whole village come down with it?
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have, around half the village.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there? And what of the animals? Did they get infected too?
Yes, there's a stud farm. And they've all died off. The horses, the cattle, chickens, and now it's got to the people.
That is most intriguing. Sorry, I mean to say it's most unusual. Do you know the symptoms?
Please, help me.
Yes, more or less.
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here in the library. Describe the epidemic, including the symptoms, and we could take some guidance there. Can you read?
I can't stay here.
Yes, I can.
Excellent. So follow me to the scriptorium.
So, where shall we start?
Evidently there's something amiss in the digestive tract.
In the what?
I won't get any
The digestive tract, Henry.
I just won't get any sleep.
Right.
The trouble lies between the mouth and the arsehole.
Uh-huh. Sure. Just so.
We can rule nothing out at this stage. You look in the breviarium to see...
But I don't know Latin.
Fortunately for you, our brother librarian is translating these momentous medical works into the common tongue. Study the breviary carefully and compare the symptoms with the recorded cases. That will guide us. I'll try the proven classics, Avicenna and his Canon Medicinae, and Galen's magnum opus, the Ars Medicinalis. Take care now.
Would you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested.
Wouldn't you rather...
Well.
Farewell. Could it be? No, probably not. It was around here somewhere.
I think I have it.
Yes? And what do you make of it? Take care now.
Can't sleep again.
Could it be? No, probably not. Lord, oh Lord, what times we live in. Yes, that would make sense. Yes, that would make sense. Now what have we here?
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Yes, that would make sense. Lord, oh Lord, what times we live in. Now what have we here? Lord, oh Lord, what times we live in. Yes, that would make sense.
I think I have it.
Yes?
It's poisoning from tainted water.
Really? That sounds rather unlikely. But if Master Johann of St. Paul's says so, who am I to contradict him? We shall have to prepare some medicine at once.
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes. I know my way around the alchemistic arts.
An ordinary fellow who knows the arts of physic? Who would have thought it? Excellent. I'll give you the recipe, and you have my permission to make use of the monastery laboratory.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight to, where was it again?
Merhoyed.
Oh, yes, Merhoyed. I'll take Johanka with me. She has no equal in caring for the sick. Once you have the medication ready, hurry after me.
Thank you, Brother Nicodemus. There's one man there who needs your care more urgently than anyone. He's an important witness in the investigation of some murders.
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in order of their medical needs. Take care now.
Stay here.
I can't. I just can't.
Please, help me. What will happen to my family? God, what will happen to my family? Please, help me.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Please, help me.
God be with you.
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery belong to the monks of the Order of Saint Benedict. No others shall pass.
I've been sent here from Talmberg. I'm to speak with the one responsible for construction.
That'd be the master builder. Or with our brother, the overseer. What matter is it you're here about?
It has to do with the stone for construction.
Ah, then that's a matter of supply. You'll want to talk to the overseer. He knows more about that sort of thing. His study's right above us, more or less. Go up the steps to the left and then head back in this direction, almost the whole way.
May the Lord watch over you.
Please, help me. God, what will happen to my family? Please, help me. I can't sleep again. I can't stay here. Stay here. just can't.
God, what will happen to my family? Please, help me.
I can't sleep again.
Please, help me. I can't stay here.
Quiet!